I'm Katy Wells, host of the Maximized Minimalist Podcast. I escaped the hamster wheel of modern-day motherhood, overwhelmed by clutter and buried under the mental load. Now I live in a home that feels calm, manageable, and made for real life. I have margin in my days, energy for who matters most, and time for slow mornings and silly dance parties in the kitchen with my family. With over 5 million listens, the show has helped women around the world turn their homes into their happy place. Around here, we simplify for more peace, more presence, and more joy. We choose grace over guilt and progress over perfection. And we believe your home should give back more than it takes. I'm here to help you do the same. Come along with me and my guests as we share the real stories, habits, and strategies that help you lighten the load from the inside out. Pull up a seat, friend, and let's do this together. Ready, set, simplify. Every year when I share an episode about holiday traditions, I get some of the best feedback from you all, hitting my inbox, hitting my DMs. And it's just like this instant holiday cheer in my inbox. And I personally just love how heart and connection forward you are, this listenership is, because these episodes on traditions always resonate. They're so fun to chat about. And somewhere along the way, all of your feedback and traditions you shared back with me has turned into now our new tradition here on the show. So we're going to circle back. We're going to swap some traditions, some stories, and just remind each other that the best traditions aren't about picture perfect moments. They're about connection. So of course, we're here to do it again. This year, I've added quite a few new holiday traditions, some from me, some straight from you, and they are so good, by the way. I actually had my notepad from this time last year. I was plugging and playing like your DMs and messages into it. So when I reread them, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to share these. So this is like our little cozy annual catch up, and grab your cocoa. I have my, well, let's be honest, cold Americano sitting next to me. Grab your tea and let's just talk about what's really working during the holidays, minus the pressure and the stress. Because here's the thing, I love traditions. I know you probably do too, because they feel like little time capsules. And I feel like the older I get, the more I crave like nostalgia and like moments of the past. And every year we crack them open, we're just like reconnected to our younger self or, that particular memory with a loved one. It just makes me tear up, like happy tears, to like connects us to who we've been. It connects us to each other. And, as cliche as it sounds, like what matters most, And they don't have to be fancy. They don't even have to be seasonal. A lot of the ones I'm going to be sharing, like Friday night pizza, like that counts. Okay. Like don't underestimate Friday night pizza night. Like mama don't want to cook, so pizza night it is. Maybe it's Sunday morning pancakes, Sunday movie marathons, whatever. These are all a tradition. So it's not necessarily about when, it's just about the rhythm. And if some of your traditions don't feel like that, if they feel more like boxes to check than moments to savor, I want to give you a simple check-in. Ask yourself this question: does this tradition actually bring me joy, or am I doing it because it's what I've always done? Right? Like you're doing this to like get a litmus test, because all the seasons we have, all the pressures, all the priorities, sometimes like you need to shift or evolve a tradition to fit that. And tweaking or letting go temporarily of a tradition doesn't erase the memories. And it doesn't mean like you failed. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to bake 18,000 cookies for the bake sale this year. Like, it's okay. Like, go buy a dozen from the grocery store. Like, right? You have to make them fit your life. And I think it's just, I say that to also remind myself, like, it has to feel good for you. Okay, so let's get into the fun stuff, the ideas. That's why you're here. Some are longtime favorites. Some are, like I said, from y'all. And some of them are easy enough to just try. And I promise they're not going to add extra stress. So first up, this one is probably the most like, I don't want to say time sucking, but you have to like be proactive and plan this one a little bit, I should say. So it's a holiday light scavenger hunt. So, and actually, as I say that, it's not even that hard. You just pile in the car. Maybe you grab some to-go containers, your Stanley cups, fill them with hot chocolate, hot tea, give the kids a snack, some popcorn, make it like fun that way. Turn on your holiday playlist and see how many Santas, snowmen, or glowing reindeer you can spot. I know in a lot of towns, maybe you can hop on your local Facebook groups and find out like who has like the banging awesome like neighborhood lights. This is what we're talking about here. Or you can just drive aimlessly, which can be just as fun, like spotting a needle in a haystack, looking for those lights. And honestly, sometimes I think my kids have looked forward to this more than gifts in the past. We did this a lot when they were little. And especially if you haven't cleaned your car yet, it's already a disaster because your kids are eating in there. Just why not add a little more to it? It's so much fun. Hot chocolate bar night. Oh, this is another low lift, high joy one. My kids love hot chocolate. I don't really love hot chocolate, but I like decaf coffee. So that's how I make this work for me. So, I mean, grab some marshmallows when you're at the store, some candy canes, some sprinkles, like, again, just really simple things. You're at the grocery store anyway. Let the kids go wild. I think Levi, my youngest, he put pretzels in his once. And I was like, that's disgusting. And he was like, this is the best thing ever. It's salty and sweet. It was so much fun just seeing them build it, put it together, try out some crazy recipes. And then like, again, you're having this hot chocolate bar evening, invite some friends over, maybe a couple neighbors. It's just too much fun. It's too much fun. You can hear it like laughing. It's such good memories. Cozy holiday campout. This one's good. And I will say, if you're over the age of like 32, just if you have an air mattress, blow it up for yourself. By no means am I telling you to sleep on the floor. Your kids are still made of rubber. Okay. Their bones haven't fully like hardened. Ours, I think I have early onset arthritis. So I'm not mama ain't sleeping on the floor, but make it work for you. Drag the sleeping bags into the living room. We have camping sleeping bags our kids use when we camp. So we just use those. We pull all the blankets off our beds because we don't have a ton of extra blankets, put on a holiday movie, let them snack until they fall asleep on the floor. Maybe you go up to your room and sleep in bed. Okay. But the kids can sleep on the living room floor. It is so simple, but it has just turned into one of those, like, this is what we do traditions. And for me, again, zero stress, big payoff. And yes, my kids are at an age where they put the blankets away in the next morning, which is nice. And sometimes if your living room looks like a camp out area for like a weekend, like I'm okay with that. That's part of the tradition too. Taking a long time to pick up. Okay. It's all good. Outdoor movie nights. Oh my goodness. 3 years ago, I bought a projector and I was like really oscillating between like, do I need this? Do I not need this? And part of it is just what I do for a living, right? I'm like, well, we already have a TV. We can watch TV on our TV. And then I'm like, no, like I want to bring in this element and just expand our horizons. And I'm telling you what, it has brought us so much joy. We watch outdoor movie nights. We have an elevated back porch because we're on like the side of a big hill. And so it's screened in. So in the summertime, it keeps the bugs out. So we do these throughout the summer too. More in the fall, winter though, because it gets darker earlier. It has to be dark outside. It is so fun. So we also pop up the screen by the fire pit so we can have a fire going, roast marshmallows. You can literally do it anywhere. My kids have taken the projector up to their rooms. If they have friends over and are doing a movie night inside, if it's like below 20 degrees, no one wants to be outside. But you get the point. I love the projector. For our family, it's just been awesome. And again, going back to that sentimentality or nostalgia, I think so many of us adults like crave, especially like the older we get. It reminds me of going to the drive-in theaters from when I grew up in Iowa. Like we'd be out in the middle of nowhere, we'd drive for an hour, and then we'd pull into this parking lot in like the middle of a cornfield. And there's this massive outdoor movie theater. Those are the memories like I thrive off of. And we don't have drive-in movie theaters, I think, anymore. I know there's some, but like I don't have that nearby. So this is like the way to do it at my house and create that tradition for my kids. So I offer that sentiment to, think about something that maybe you can't exactly duplicate, but you can come up with something pretty darn close without bringing a ton of stuff into your house, right? I want to share some listener favorites. These popped into my email and inbox or DMs after last year's tradition episode. These are gems. Okay, so I can't keep these to myself. I'm not going to gatekeep. Here we go. One family shared that they deliver cookies and thank you notes to ER staff on Christmas Day. How sweet and simple is that? It's just beautiful. This is beyond. Another family messaged me and they do yearly handprints on their Christmas tree skirt. So they just like dip their hand in paint and then put it on the skirt. And then that's it. It dries and they can see everyone's handprint throughout the years. And I was like, that's such a sweet keepsake. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And then this one made me laugh out loud. Instead of going full or normal elf on the shelf, one mom actually hides the elf. And whoever finds the elf gets a candy or a reward. And so the kids are like cruising through their house and she has them like clean up along the way. She's like, well, maybe it's under your pile of papers you need to go through. Better put those away. Maybe you'll find the elf if you put your stuff away and it's easier to find. I don't know. I just thought it was so cute. Kind of less work for the parents, right? Just hide it and more fun for the kids in some way and have them clean up at the same time, right? Life skills. Okay, next one, gratitude garland. I actually, thinking back to my childhood, I did this in like second grade. Do you remember the paper garland we used to make, the chain links? And like you'd hang it up to do countdown days back in like elementary school or like just for decoration. This is what I'm talking about. Maybe each day in December, you write something you're thankful for on those little slips of paper that you cut, right? And you link them together. And by Christmas Day or New Year's Day, whatever you want, the whole, chain link is strung up. Maybe it's on your mantle or near your door. And it just has all these different moments of gratitude from you. You can do it on your own, by the way. Because here's the reality. If your kids are like mine, some days they're not going to want to do it. Guess what? You can still do it on your own. That's what I do. It's cheap, it's colorful, it sparks joy, and it's really meaningful decor, right? I think it's really pretty. Seasonal soup Sundays. If you're an OG, if you listened to last year's tradition episode, I think this one I got the most feedback on. This is it, y'all. Does anyone else love to be cozy? I am like, I just want to be cozy all the time. It's funny. My oldest son, he's 10. River, he's just like, he always wants to be cozy. Give him a blanket, give him some warm tea, and he's just like so happy. Also, that's me. Seasonal soup Sundays, that's it. So every Sunday, and I go beyond December, but you can keep it to a month if you want. You can make a big pot of seasonal soup. Think about it. It's warm. Oh, it's grounding. Oh, it makes me feel so good just thinking about it. And it makes Sundays just feel like a hug. And especially if you experience like, what's it called? Like scary Sundays. I've seen more about this, like where you feel like this anxiety, apprehension, or stress heading into your work week. I think it can even really, really help with that. Really serve more of a purpose than just like soup. So pick one up at the store. If you're not going to make one homemade, it's all good, right? I do that certainly frequently. And thinking to, nostalgia. Think about soups you loved as a kid. Think about recipe books. Maybe they're collecting dust, maybe not, but think about recipe books that are recipes from your grandma, your mom, your whomever, your great aunt Susan. Do you have any recipes you would like to bring into the mix? So this is an opportunity too. Every Christmas in our family, we went to grandma's. She made 2 soups, tomato soup and mushroom. Did I eat mushroom soup as a child? No, disgusting. Do I love mushrooms now? Yes, because I've matured. My taste buds have matured. So this is something, these 2 soups I make for each of those Sundays, a tomato soup, her tomato soup. Guess what? Anyone, you guys know this, the instant you take a bite of something, it is like you go back to that moment in time. Oh, how cool is that? You remember your grandma, you remember your great aunt Susan, you remember hanging out, oh my gosh, with your family. I feel like music does this, right? It's like the 5 senses, right? Music, you listen to a song, it can literally transport you back into a moment in time. And I think soup, not specifically soup, but food, you get the idea, can do that too. And why don't we honor that? Like, right? This is awesome. This is so cool. I geek out over this stuff. So just food for thought, pun intended. Okay, wrapping up, got a couple more. This has been one of my favorites throughout the years. I didn't do it the last few, but I'm bringing it back. Family gratitude workout. You know how many like belly laughs I have had doing these family gratitude workout? Notice like it's about gratitude. So you're like, why are you belly laughing? What's so funny about it? Well, on Thanksgiving or maybe your day of choice, do a gratitude workout with you, your partner, your kids. Do it on your own. So we did burpees. So we would do like 30 burpees, and every burpee rep, you would say, like, as you're jumping up into the air, if you know burpees, you know what I'm talking about. Do like a push up, and then you hop up on your feet, you jump into the air, put your hands in the air. And when you're jumping into the air, you say one thing you're thankful for. You could do squats, you can do jumping jacks. It doesn't matter. We always do burpees. We're a burpee family. Okay. Or do a walk. Make it work for you. If you're anti-burpee, it's all good. Either way, after about the fifth answer, because you do these so quickly, everyone's answers become really hilarious. So you say the obvious things like, I'm grateful for my family, for my health, for our home, for our school, whatever. And then your brain's like, oh, and so your kids and you are just going to spout out the most random things. When he was like 4, one of my kids was like, mac and cheese. And I was like, yeah, honestly, same, sweetie. I'm also thankful for mac and cheese. So even if you don't spew out something random or hilarious, it is such a good exercise. And before you like pound that turkey, Thanksgiving turkey or pie, it feels good to get a little movement in on Thanksgiving Day. So there you have it. What did we cover? Like 9 no stress traditions you can sprinkle into your holiday. And just remember, the point isn't to do them all. There was 1 or 2, I know you, that you heard and you're like, oh, I want to do my version, or I want to do seasonal soup. Like that sounds simple, fun, cozy, all the things I need. Pick 1 or 2 that light you up, because we all know, but I'm going to say it out loud, the holidays don't need more obligations. They don't. We don't need to overextend ourselves. They need traditions that bring more joy, connection, and just moments that make you feel like you. And again, going back to that time capsule analogy, this is the stuff you really appreciate as you get older, right? The simple things. So since this episode has become our tradition, that means next year I'm going to be back in your ear with more fun new traditions. So I'd love to hear yours. Feel free to message me on Instagram, hit up my inbox, and you might just inspire what makes this list next year. All right, friend, thanks for hanging out with me. Until next week, ready, set, simplify. Bye.